Alright guys, so we are going to be taking a look at Double Zeta GR over here on the JP version because I don't have it in global. I'm not really going to summon for it because I feel like for global environment it's just rapidly changing, where I feel like, Double Zeta GR will probably be good for a while, but for the long term run, like for the majority of the free to play player or just light spender, it's just not going to be another appropriate unit to dump a lot of resources into. So I am going to showcase it in JP. We are going to put it in a few situations. First of all, we are going to hop into probably like a few rounds of mock battle. Going to do like a 1v1 to kind of show you guys how the main gimmick of the unit got like reflecting the beam damage that the opponent is dealing to you. You are able to reflect 33% beam damage, so that is kind of like the main gimmick of this unit. So that's what we're going to do. Besides that, the one main caveat for me is I don't have the original Judo Asta that is for this Double Zeta GR. I am actually using the one, this is for the full armor Double Zeta. So this pilot is made, I guess, for more of like the limited version of the full armor Double Zeta. So the main difference is this one actually does have more range sense. We have one instance right there up to, so it's 18 times 5. We do have 2 of that. And we also, no, we have 3 of that actually. That's 1, 2, and 3. And we also do have more resistance as well. So this is definitely a much more comprehensive stat wise as far as like for Double Zeta. So it may be a little bit inflated as far as the defensive aspect of things, but nonetheless, I will still want to show you guys how it is. So we are in mock battle, so I will put it up to whatever the custom level is for global, which is 146. So we are getting a pretty much a good playing even playing field, so you guys can see what is going on. Alright, so 1v1 situation, I just want to show you guys how it works. So we do have Xeon. That's probably like the more popular unit people will be using against the Double Zeta GR. Yeah, Double Zeta GR right there. So let's actually do this right there. And we can go 1 time speed it is, right? And let's see. It should deal damage back to us if we hit. Yeah, we are getting smacked. Okay. Alright. Can Xeon do more attacks? Okay, yeah. we are getting hit. You guys can see our HP is reducing. Even though we are not receiving any direct attacks from Double Zeta, we are still in the loss. Oh, we actually will do on this one. But as far as the damage report, you guys can definitely see how the damage reflected looks like on the stat page. Okay, so how does the beam damage reflect damage looks like? It is pretty much this right there. So it is categorized by the other damage, and it's actually pretty competent. If we are taking a look at things, I mean, like if there are a lot of units attacking Double Zeta GR, especially beam damage, it can look pretty nasty, especially in like likes of arena, where I feel like a lot of people would be using it. It's pretty, it looks pretty good. And let's see how this will work. All right, there you go. So that's the kanji of reflecting. So on average, when we took this attack right there, we were able to reflect this much amount. So I'm trying to see where we took the damage. So this is how much we reflect back, and 1, 2, and we have more right there. So yeah, 33% can add up when you are getting a lot of concentrated attacks. So yeah, that is pretty crazy right there. Okay, nice. That's pretty nice. So in the following setup, I think I'm gonna try to see if I can mimic like a arena setup. Kind of keep that in mind, I don't have all the unit in the world that JP or Global has, so I mean, like, I'm gonna try my best to replicate kind of like an arena situation where we can put Double Zeta GR in good use. But let's actually see in a 6v6 situation how much damage can we actually reflect off from. Alright, so I'm actually going to be using Double Zeta GR on myself, and then the enemy, we just have Penelope as the tank. So let's see what kind of a reflection we can actually do. We can actually play the EXQ. Why not? So let's go with that. Alright, so any moment now we should be taking some damage and then we should just be reflecting that, right? Alright, so Penelope should be popping that to us. So that is gonna hit us pretty hard, I feel like, but if we can actually get some healing going on, that should be fine. 60k, wow. So that is still a lot. Alright, we are getting the healing, so that is gonna hit double zeta. We are gonna be hitting the Penelope. I was gonna say we're gonna hit double zeta GR, but the enemy does not have it, so 33, okay. Alright, that's gonna be another 60k back on us. Unfortunately, EXQ damage does not count as any beam or projectile, so we just cannot do anything about that. Okay. Popping the Xeon EXQ early on before the enemy does actually could help us out. I'll definitely take that. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about like that. Healing. Popping AoE EXQ on us as well. Yeah, I don't know about this one right here. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would say, ooh, yeah. I don't know if I want to watch this one. This one might actually hurt. Yikes. Ooh, yeah. That actually did hurt a lot. Believe it or not. Yeah, that stinks. Okay, we can definitely check what kind of reflection are we dealing. I don't think it's actually that much. It's decent enough. I wouldn't say it's like, wow, game breaking, whatever. Okay. Whew. Alright, that's our purple Sasabi right there. So who's left? I don't think the enemy Penelope is still alive. I doubt it. Yeah. I think that's a wrap. Ooh, not after this one though. Ooh, this one may actually kill us. Yep. We are pretty much down. Oh no, what? Wow. I managed to set a pretty darn powerful team for the enemy lineup. Unbelievable. And our GR actually dies. Wow. Nice. Alright, so overall, if we are talking about like a typical arena setup, mock battle, however you want to call it, what can Double Zeta GR actually offer us? So this is kind of what you have, and I would definitely say you might play around with the, I guess, your overall setup with how we're going to place Double Zeta GR. If you want to be micro aggressive and you just want to reflect damage right out of the bat, maybe you can just put Double Zeta GR in the very front row so the enemy can just start targeting you when they have the gang armor unit kind of combo setup. But I mean, in terms of like arena setup, I don't really think you will be relying solely on the Double Zeta GR damage reflection, the reflection, because of the fact that most of the time in arena, you're not really going to be like, overall, you don't really deal a lot of damage in total. What do you guys see the most in as far as the damage output is EXQ damage. So I personally do feel like Double Zeta GR is a cool gimmick unit, but for our global environment, I just don't think it's going to be too suitable. So maybe in the future it will be more prevalent, but I think for the time being it's just not that great, especially the fact that there's just no way to mitigate EXQ damage, and those are like the main source of damage anyway. So pretty unfortunate, I would definitely say. And if you guys do have it in global, do definitely let me know your result or your findings on that. But I think for our last testing, we can see how good is Double Zeta GR in tanking in terms of some modern content, probably in some of the harder co-ops, and then we'll just see what kind of damage we can actually reflect up from. Alright, so I think we are just gonna hop into a general co-op, and I'm just gonna see if Double Zeta GR can actually tank the full armor or the full armor unicorn attacks. We'll see. This is a tier 3 co-op, so it is not like a walk in the park, so let's see. I'm definitely curious to see how things are gonna go. And as far as my Double Zeta GR, we don't have any gear skill with this unit, So most likely or not, we might just not survive this. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. As far as like the damage right now, we don't really see any damage from Double Zeta GR. Nothing at the moment. Doesn't even seems like the enemy is targeting Double Zeta GR. So very fun. Yeah, what the heck? It's not even targeting me. Why? Whoa. Why are you targeting this shit? What? For what reason do you have? Well, that kind of stinks then. I mean, the other thing we can definitely do is, do like kind of like a 1v1 situation to see how things are gonna go. But yeah, I might have to do this because seeing the fact that the enemy is not even focusing on this unit is kind of unfortunate. And that's kind of the amount of damage that we will be doing if we are talking about in a tier 3 quest situation or a tier 3 co-op. It's just the fact that there's just not a lot of damage boosting. So there you guys go. But yeah, what the heck? I'm quite surprised that the enemy is not doing anything to us. Genuinely surprised. Like, this unit does not even pull any arrows. Wow. Okay. Well, if that's the case, yeah, I might just do like a solo run with this unit and see how things are gonna go. But, oh, we are getting hit, but I don't think we're actually... I mean, I don't really see that we reflect off any damage. Yeah, it would be pretty minimalistic. We die right there, wow. Alright, so let's just kind of see. Kind of curious. You don't even see it. Yeah. And let me see when we got hit. So we got hit right there, but we did not reflect. Oh no, we did actually. Right? Yeah. So those were reflected. It's not a bad amount, but let's see. Yeah, so those are the one that got reflected. So that's actually a large amount. You guys can see our regular damage is only that much, but we got back that much. So yeah, that is a sizable amount considering the amount HP pool that we have for Double Zeta GR is just not a lot. So we reflected back that much, and that was it. Alright, so for our last kind of testing, we are just gonna hop into the other tier 3 co-op. So this is against the Penelope right here. So so for our last testing, I am gonna hop into the tier 3 Penelope co-op. We do have just trying to see if Double Zeta GR can just kind of solo this, and I am gonna be bringing a healer just because I feel like this could be a little bit too much. I don't know, so that's why I'm bringing in the healer just in case. So let's see how much of a damage we can actually reflect off from. So you guys can see the reflected damage actually is quite noticeable in this situation, just because of the fact that the enemy is hitting us a little bit harder. So yeah, that's kind of something. And I think we can actually just kind of see it right here. The reflected damage, I mean, it should be here somewhere. Nope, I don't see it. I don't actually see it, but it's pretty noticeable. The tougher the enemy are, it's just that the damage is overall, it's just gonna be enlarged, obviously. So that is actually a pretty decent amount. And well, unfortunately, we don't really have the amount of damage to take care of the penalty bar ourselves, so that is the unfortunate factor. But you guys can see the reflected damage keeps getting larger and larger. So this is a pretty clear indication as far as this unit itself. If we have proper healing, if we have proper team synergy, this unit can definitely strive even in the future meta per se. But once we get over this unit and some of the other armor unit, when we get to the O, for example, I mean, like, you probably won't be using this unit at all. But with that being said, that is pretty much all the testing that I want to show you guys as far as how the beam damage are being reflected. Obviously, it's just not going to amount to that much in general, but it could definitely help in some area for sure. But other than that, that is going to be it, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.